Hi, cutie pies. I am Lanikia, and you are watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is Days of Our Lives edition. Today is Monday, December the 18th, 2023. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to go ahead and give this one a solid 7. Let's get into it. So we see, excuse me, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Now we see Paulina and Chanel. So Paulina and Chanel, Chanel is coming home from work and she is busy. She's tired, and she comes in and she's like, "Mama, because y'all know bakeries, they normally close about what, noon, 1 o'clock, to some of them." So it's the middle of the afternoon, and Paulina is just now getting up. So they're like, "What's going on with? Why are you still like this?" And she was like, "Oh, I'm just a little tired, but everything is fine." And Chanel's like, "Oh, okay." She said, "Well, do you want to come Christmas shopping with me?" And Paulina said, "No, since I slept so late, I have to get to work. I have, work piled up that I need to do." And so Chanel was like, "Okay, well, I'm gonna go, Christmas shopping. Are you sure you're okay?" And Paulina's like, "Yeah, I'm okay." So then when Chanel leaves, Paulina feels her throat and she's like, my lymph node's a little or swollen. I hope I'm not getting sick, right? So then we see Chanel runs into Alex. So as she's doing her shopping, she runs into Alex and they sit down and they, just catch up. I like these two together. I always did like their friendship they had going on. So they're talking and she tells him about everything that's going on with her as far as Johnny. And he's a player. He always has some kind of girl attached to him. I said, "I know you're not talking Chanel, because you always got somebody attached to you as well." And so she's talking about that, and they start. Alex starts telling her about Teresa and about his life, and finding out that Victor was really his dad. They're just talking, catching up. And but anyways, Alex ends up telling Chanel, like, "Listen, I know you saying Johnny. I know you're saying Johnny is a player. So is I. But we can still be good guys, because y'all know when Alex wanted to be faithful to Stephanie, that man was faithful. Like, he wasn't trying to do anything with anybody else. So he was like, so we can still be, committed and faithful and loyal to the one person that we want to be with, that we care about and we love and we're interested in." And she was like, "Yeah, that's true." And then he apologizes to her again about what went down with Allie. And she said, "I miss her." He said, "I miss her too sometimes," as friends. And but they're in a better place, these two. So that's just what it is. Let's move on. So then the next thing we see is Stephanie with Chad. So Stephanie is, she had that little hangover. So she's at our parents' house now. And Chad comes over, and he tells her he thinks they should make it official, make their breakup official. I said, "So y'all not even gonna try to fight for this relationship? Y'all did so much to try to get together, and it's just over like this. Y'all haven't even been together a year, have they? I don't think so. Y'all tell me." But he said, "No, we're gonna go ahead and end this, because you can't trust me because of what I've done, what I did with Alex, what I did with Everett, and I was wrong for that." And she agrees with him. She can't trust him. I'm sorry, I thought I heard Mila. Oh, there she goes. Good morning, Mila. She agrees with him. "I can't trust you." And I said, "Stephanie, not too much, because at this point you think you slept with Harris, so not too much on Chad, because but either way, their relationship was over before she ever got with Harry, so it doesn't even matter at that point." And so she just tells him that she hates this because of the kids, and she was like, "Just make sure the kids don't feel like it's their fault about what's happened with us." And he said, "Of course, they're having a hard time adjusting." I said, "Because you moved this woman in with your children too fast. Y'all hadn't even been together a year." And so she said, he told her, "I hope you can, you still want to see them." And she said, "Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you for allowing me to still be able to, come around and see them and everything." And he said, "Okay, of course." And then while she was talking to him, she gets a call from Harris because he got a little free time, and he was like, I got your message. You want to meet? And she was like, yeah. And he was like, in 10 minutes. And she was like, yeah, we can meet in 10 minutes. So then Chad, she gets off the phone with him, and Chad is like, oh, it sounds like you're busy. And she was like, yeah, I am a little bit. I have to take care of something. He was like, okay. So he left, and that was it. Oh, and they also decided they didn't want to work with each other professionally because Chad said that would be too hard on him. Anyways, child, so we move over here to Harris and Stephanie, and we find out. I'm going to cut to the chase because I said, "Oh, this ain't going nowhere." Okay, then we found out that what we thought, they did not sleep with each other. We said it. We said y'all were fully clothed. Ain't no way y'all slept with together. Y'all were not that drunk. And because when Talia and Sean did it, they didn't have clothes, you know. So, anyways, they didn't sleep together. Harris says what ended up happening is Jada went to her room, passed out drunk. He didn't want to wake her up because she was passed out. So he took Stephanie to his room. She threw up all over her shirt. That's why she had his shirt on, and she was just out of it. So that's what ended up happening. He put her in the bed, and they just passed out and went to sleep, and that was all. Nothing happening. She was like, "But I remember kissing you." He was like, "You were drunk, girl. It wasn't nothing to that." And so she was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you so much." And she said, "Can we keep this between us?" And Harris, being the man he is, he said, "No, girl, I got to tell Ava." She said, "But you said nothing happened." He said, "It didn't, but I want to build a relationship of trust with Ava." And she was like, "Why couldn't you be like everybody else in Salem and bury your secrets?" And he was like, and she was like, "Well, I guess I'll have a mafia princess coming after me." And he was like, "Nah, Ava's not like that anymore." So that was it, y'all. That's all that happened there. But I feel like there's more to that. And did y'all hear when Chad and Stephanie were talking, and they were talking about Paulina, and there was this health thing that they were talking about, like they were running this health campaign, I guess, where you could go and get checked up and all that different stuff. I said, I wonder what's going on there. So then we see Chad goes over to Paulina's place, right? And when he goes over to her place, um, they talk. They sit down and they talk, and she says, he was like, "I hope this is a good time," and she was like, "Yeah, I wanted to talk to you to see how everything worked out with Stephanie." And he goes ahead and lets her know that they went ahead and decided to part ways, and she's sad to hear that for him because she liked them together. And then Chad and Paulina had a moment, and I don't think it was 100% scripted because they were just talking about working with each other and how he's going to miss working with her because he did say he parted ways with Stephanie financially. In business as well as personally. So he would no longer be working with her as a business partner. And Paulina was like, "Man, I'm sad to hear that. I enjoy working with you because you made me laugh." And he said, "Anybody that's in your orbit or something along those lines." Is happy to work with you. And she was like, "Oh, Chad." It was cute. I don't know. I like these two together. Because I remember when they first got together, and Paulina was hard nosed on Chad and Stephanie. So it's nice to see how their relationship has evolved. But Chad ends up leaving, right? Because that's pretty much it with them, y'all. And Paulina is sick. And Chanel comes in, and Paulina is on the couch sleeping. And I said, "Oh, Lord, what y'all trying to do to Paulina?" Because y'all know something is coming. All right, guys, that's all with those people today. Let's move on to EJ and Nicole. So y'all remember Friday, EJ went down into that secret tunnel passage room, wine cellar. Anyways, he went down there and he sees Nicole with the baby. He said, "Oh Lord, oh, she done kidnapped this baby." So he said, "Nicole, what you doing? What are you doing?" And she said, "She just left him." She just left him, EJ. She doesn't deserve to be a mom. He said, "You can't say that." And she was like, "I had to protect him. He was just there alone. And so I just took him and brought him here." And then she started telling EJ, "This is our baby. We could go. You got money, EJ. You got money, money. We could go anywhere we want to go. And nobody would be the wiser that we have this baby and we could raise this baby as our son." He said, "Nicole, we can't do that." He said, "You know how you felt when you lost your child. Think about it." She said, it is not the same, EJ. That is not the same thing. So don't compare my loss to Sloan's loss." And he said, "But she's still probably worried, sick, and Eric and all that. We got to take this baby back." So, anyways, y'all, he ends up convincing her to take the baby back. So Sloan is at the police station, right? Because she's like, I gotta tell Eric that it was Leo. Leo is the person who did this. So she's about to tell Eric, and then because she comes out and she's like, Eric, there's something I have to tell you. And he was like, what is it? And right as she was about to tell him, Harris comes up and he said, we got a witness that says they saw a woman in a dark hoodie take the baby. And so they're like, what? A woman in a dark hoodie took the baby? And they were like, yeah. And so then they're just thinking, well, wait, because Eric is like, didn't somebody in a dark hoodie take Sarah Horton's baby? What if that person kidnapped our baby? So now Sloan is off the hook, child. So they're all talking and trying to figure out, to bringing the witness in. And Harris tells Rafe, I'm already on it. We're going to speak to the witness. And then Nicole and EJ come in. And Sloan said, wait a minute. That's my baby's blanket. Is this my baby? Give me my son. Give me my son. Baby, she was ticked. And so EJ tells Rafe, can we talk in private? Because Sloan is like, what are you doing with our child? And so he's like, yeah, we could talk. We could talk in private or whatever. So then, y'all, that was as quickly as it happened. So then EJ, Nicole, and Rafe go into the interrogation room, and they talked to Nicole, and he's like, what you doing, Nicole? What happened? And she admits to taking the baby. She said, I took the baby, I stole him. He was like, you kidnapped the baby, Nicole, what's wrong with you? He was like, I know you've been through a lot. This is Rafe talking to Nicole, but you like that, what? And so Nicole was like, Song doesn't deserve a baby. And EJ had to clean that thing up because he had to come in and be the lawyer, the DA. He was like, no. She's been through a lot and her mind is confused and all that kind of stuff because Nicole was just telling on herself, and everything. So while that's going on, they're talking and trying to figure out why she did this, and Nicole just admits that she shouldn't have took the baby, but she did. She saw him alone and she wanted to keep the baby safe. And so then Sloan and Eric comes in, and Sloan is just like, I want her prosecuted. And Eric, Eric is a decent person sometimes. Y'all know how I feel about Eric. But she was like, I want her prosecuted. She kidnapped my child. And I said, no, Sloan, no, I know you're not trying to. I know why you really see. We know why she really wants to go because that would put Nicole out of the way. I'll say, girl, if you put this woman in prison for kidnapping this baby, you know how low down that would have been. But quiet as kept, I would have liked to see it because when Sloan got the revenge, excuse me, when Sloan got what was coming to her, Nicole's revenge, she would have deserved it even more so. But anyways, she's just like, I want her prosecuted. And EJ was like, wait, let's talk about it. She said, EJ, if you don't do it, I'm gonna go over you because she's going to prison. She kidnapped my child. I thought we was over this whole thing about you thought this was your baby. And Nicole is trying to apologize and everything to her. But Nicole did say when she saw the baby, it was like the baby was calling her. There was connection because that's your child. And so then we go over here to Eric, takes Sloan out of the room, and he talks to her. He's just like, Sloan, Nicole is going through a lot. She said, I don't care. He said, we got to be forgiving. Forgiveness brings forgiveness. Now, Sloan, no, she wrong as crap. So she goes ahead and says, okay, fine. Because you're going to need Eric's forgiveness if this secret ever comes out. When this secret comes out, you're going to be needing his forgiveness. So, girl, don't do too much now. And so they go back into the room and they tell, because Rafe is like, I'm going to arrest Nicole. And EJ's like, Rafe. And he says, well, I have to do this. She did kidnap this baby. She admitted to it. So he's about to read her rights. And then Sloan comes in and she says, wait, Nicole didn't kidnap the baby. I actually told her I was tired and I forgot. And I told her could she babysit. And he said, what? And she said, yeah, I told her, could she babysit the baby for me? And they said, okay. Um, they were like, I told her because she babysit the baby for me, so she didn't kidnap the baby. And EJ said, nah, I know what y'all, not EJ, but Rafe said, I know what y'all trying to do, but Nicole needs help. I said, arresting her, not gonna get the help she needs. Go sit her on Marlena's couch for a little. Y'all know that always works. Go sit her on Marlena's couch for a little bit. to try to get her the help she needs. So Sloan lets it go, and she and Eric leave. And she tells him, "Can you take Jude to the car to freshen up? I need to go take, I want to get in the car seat. I want to freshen up, use the bathroom before we leave." And he was like, "Okay, cool." So he does that, and then Rafe is like, "EJ," and Nicole says, "I promise I'm gonna get the help, Rafe. I promise." So Rafe is just like, "All right, EJ." So he leaves her Nicole to EJ, and EJ is like, I'm gonna make sure everything is good with Rafe, and then we're gonna go home, right? And then Sloan comes back into the interrogation room, and baby Nicole's like, "Sloan," and she says, "Shut up." What? He said, "Don't you come near my baby again, or there's gonna be hell to pay. I will make your life hell." I said, "Girl." Now, Sloan, you my girl, but you wrong, girl. You're wrong. And that was it, y'all. That was Days of Our Lives today. Sloan got out that room and slammed that door, baby. Said, "Oh, she mad. You mad at the mama of the baby you kidnapped." Child, let me tell you something about Stephanie. I was sitting here watching it and I said, "Girl, you thought you had slept with your brother's mom's boyfriend. The days is days. It's just so messy." That's all I got for y'all today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.